Hi, welcome to our project on our punctuation rule. I'm Michael.
I'm Annie.
And I'm Teddy, and our punctuation rule is using commas to set off nouns of direct address.
Now we are going to look at 3 wrong usages of this rule, and we will fix them. Okay, ready?
Our first wrong usage is, Robert, your mother and grandmother were both nurses. Now can you figure out where the comma goes?
Now, the comma has to go after Robert and not after your, because you have to put a comma after or before, if it's in the middle of a sentence, the noun. The next wrong usage is, your father, Robert, was an accountant.
All right, to fix this sentence, there should be a comma after Robert. Because if it's in the middle of a sentence, it has to have commas on both sides to set off the direct address.
Now for the third wrong usage. It is Jim, your mother, and father are both accountants. Can you figure out where to put the comma correctly?
The comma goes after Jim and not after your mother because it's needed after the noun that is used in direct address.
Now we are going to show you 3 correct usages of this rule, and we will explain why they are correct.
Our first correct usage is, Jack, your aunt and uncle are both surgeons. This is correct because you are directly addressing Jack, so the comma would go after his name.
Our second correct usage is, Lisa, I think your mom is chaperoning our trip to D.C. This is correct because the direct address is directed toward Lisa, and to set off her name, you put a comma after Lisa to pause for her.
Our third correct usage is, you will, Maria, have a physical before basketball starts. This is correct because we are using commas to set off the direct address, which is Maria, the noun, by putting one before and after her name.
Now we are going to move on to our next slide. On this slide, we will give you 5 sentences. They are all wrong in a way, so we will give you a moment to fix them.
Where are you going? The first sentence is, what are you doing? Our first sentence is, Mike, don't pull the fire alarm if there's no fire. You have to put a comma after Mike because it's direct addressing towards Mike. So there will be a comma.
Our second sentence is, Matt, your parents are really cool. This is because, like the previous one, the direct address is directed toward Matt, and the comma should be after Matt because it is direct address in him.
Our third sentence should be, how are you, Callie, going to replace the femur in Mr. Wilson? The commas should be before and after Callie's name because it is direct addressing Callie in the middle of a sentence, so there must be commas before and after her name.
The fourth sentence is, Meredith, what is your problem today? This is because the direct address is on Meredith, so you set it off and use problems after Meredith because it is in the beginning of the sentence. So yeah.
Our fifth sentence should be, what are you going to do, comma, Dr. Sloan, comma, about the facial reconstruction you have this afternoon? This is because the address is directed toward Dr. Sloan, and to set it off, we must put commas before and after his name.
Because it is in the middle of a sentence.